Stud 8. The World Series. So I am officially the 400th best 08, the 400th best stud A player in the world. That's why they call it the World Series. It's the whole world. And I'm the 400th best, which pays nothing. Which costs $1,500 to find out that you're the 400th best. And guy that beat me was the guy that would never fold anything against anyone. You gotta kind of put players in a category. There were definitely players that were never folding, and it was because they had like absolutely the nuts every time. If they were in the hand, they had like aces. They started with like 3 to a steel wheel. They started with like just monsters. It was like one monster hand after another out of like these select players. It was like 3, 4, 5 guys at the table. I would say more than half of players are that way. Or if they start the hand, they have a monster. And these are guys that, of course, they play Hold'em too. And the way they play Hold'em, the same way they play mixed games. But mixed games, or like other poker games like stud, 08, you have hands more often. You have playable hands more often. And the playable hands are stronger. So these guys are already in there very tight. You know they have strong hands. But they're like the mighty few. Which in my table there was like fucking 3 of these guys. Or there was 3, and then there was 2, and then it was like me and this one guy. And I had categorized everybody as like nit. And so now I'm stealing pots. And it was like I would find a spot to steal pots, and I'm stealing pots. And so I get this one where the guy that will not fucking fold anything, he had gone to the river and like called down some, like he's calling anything, and it doesn't matter if he has anything. I've already figured this out. Called another guy down with like a pair. They both had one pair. It was like one donkey against another. And the donkeys usually will end up trying to kill each other because donkey players play way too many fucking hands. And so they're always in hands together because these donkeys are always in hands. So of course they're going to get into hands together because otherwise it would just be them taking a pot. It would be everybody folds. Says, I'm going to wait until I have a hand that could definitely beat the donkeys. And so they get these donkeys and they're trying to kill each other. And this guy chased a low. I obviously have a high. So first I open with, I'm the only showing ace. Like, look around the table, I got the only ace up. He brings in, from on my right, and I raise, complete. Everybody folds. Fold, 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 fold. I got the only ace. I'm representing like a pair of aces. But I at least have an ace. And nobody else does. So, by the book, everybody's supposed to fold. That's the end of the hand. This guy calls with his low. Yeah, like a whole low draw. Next card comes, I get a jack, and he gets a low card. So now he's got like a legitimate low card. Like, then I bet again, because I'm saying I have a high. He calls, he's saying I have a legitimate low draw now. And he calls. If that second card was a high for him, I would have probably just won the pot. But the second card was a low. Third card pairs my jack. So I got a showing pair. And it pairs his 7. So we both got a showing pair. But mine's bigger. So I bet again. He calls again. And then I get, it was like, I get another jack. So I got 3 jacks, like showing. It was like ace, jack, jack, jack. He gets another low card. And he raises. And I'm thinking, well, I'm fucked. And I even said out loud, I was like, I'm fucking cooked. Because he obviously had a low at that point. And I couldn't make a low. I had 3 fucking jacks. I said, well, we're going to end up flipping. And I was already down to like the end of my stack. And so I was like, let's just put it in. I put it in. And I'm like, I'm sure we're flipping. But there was like some off chance that he might have had like 2 pair and been like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it was like some possibility, but I mean, that's not what happened. And it's really not possible. Like, I shouldn't have thought, like, maybe he's trying to be tricky and, like, blow me off the trip with 2 pair, like, because nobody's a badass like that. That's, like, only something I would do. Somebody off of, like, visible trips with 2 pair. I do that kind of shit all the time. That's why I love stud. It's because the cards that are up are like just visible to everybody, and so it's like that you could guess those down cards based on the up cards. Like, that's the whole game, and that's like the whole pride in the game, is that like people don't want to call you if you have showing cards that could beat them. Like, you know, like if you have like 7, 8, 9, 10, and they can't beat a straight, they're just not gonna call you. Even if you start with like, you know, something totally unrelated to that. You start with like 3 to a flush or something, and then you make like 4 cards to a straight on top, and then you bet into them and they're showing like a pair or 2 pair. They're just not gonna call because they're assuming that you wouldn't bet into a hand that you can see that they can beat. And so that's what like makes it fun for me to bluff at people when I can see that I'm beat from the 4 cards. And I was thinking maybe this guy is trying to fucking bluff me off of trips. Like I have trips. But more likely, and what I said out loud at the table, I said, well, I know we're chopping. And I was right. We're chopping. I was like, I see a chop happening here. And I go all in. I'm pretty sure we're just chopping. And I had like 400 behind. That would have been a hell of a turnaround if I had not gone all in and he makes it straight. And then I fold that. That would have been like epic. He makes it straight on the end. And that's the World Series for you, World Series players. But people that have been playing for like ever, who are trying to win like some $1 million. And then the people that do, like if you watch Negroni's channel, he talked about on his thing how, yeah, he won like $6 million this year and $1 million this year at the World Series, but then he lost like 1.4 million one year, and then he lost like 2 million the next year. So it's all up and downs for everybody. I mean, this year he won another bracelet, so I think he's probably positive this year. But who knows? He is playing like 10 or 50K buy-in tournaments this day. I'm fucking crying my dick off because I'm down like almost 30 grand right now. That's like one tournament. Or really that whole crap. And if you look at the crowd, it's really like the multi-billionaires coming up people. Like a lot of them. Or at least it's like they're all like they know what they're fighting. It's like bunch of like multi-bajillionaire gambling morons versus like the press.